Wix Studio, one end-to-end web creation platform for your agency to deliver exceptional work with absolute efficiency.
The #1 long-form writer that helps SEOs outrank competition at the click of a button using real-time research and NLP. Start ranking content today with content@scale.ai.
Right. Hi. Oops. Not doing that. How are you all feeling? 3:20, almost done, right? Okay, so let's kick off. So my name is Izzy. As Hannah said, I'm a co-founder of Creators Media, fully remote, family-owned, holistic marketing agency. I'm a boy mom. I love my dogs. In fact, I run a TikTok series with them, Dog Walk and Talk, where we talk everything marketing with Rocky the Labrador and Rambo. Wow, Rocky the Border Collie and Rambo the Labrador. So love to the Jasper as well. And I'm a martial arts lover. I'm a qualified fitness instructor as well. And this September marks 10 years of my marketing career. So it's really cool to be here on the stage. Thank you. Right. Little bit of a story of this. See that t-shirt? I was wearing that on the last event. It's an old Deep Crawl t-shirt. And they made me a cool new one, which I promised I'm gonna take before and after pictures, and I didn't. So check these guys out. Lumar, formerly Deep Crawl, really nice people, really nice people. Also, before we get to why, please take nice pictures. You can do it now when I smile. Because Philip is really bad in taking pictures, and I'm gonna end up looking really bad all over Twitter. So, okay, why? Why are we talking JavaScript, right? So, Izzy, you keep coming here, right? You keep talking about JavaScript, keep asking the same questions. Why? Probably because this picture is a lot better than the new one. It was taken about 10 kilograms ago. So, yes, why bother? As much as 80% of the popular e-commerce stores use JavaScript, right? And that's actually all the data. That's data from 2019. How many do you think it is now? Any guesses?
Over 95.
You're not allowed to guess. Any guesses? Because he's in the slides. Yes? No? 98. Okay, we got 98. So 63% of JavaScript is one of the most used coding language. And according to Radix, 98.7% of websites use JavaScript. Now, it's pretty much everything. That number. If you want to know the exact number, it's around that number. Right, so as Hannah said at the beginning, JavaScript is here to stay, whether we like it or not. If we can't find them, let's join them, right? Or befriend them. I think Google did, because they're getting better and better in understanding JavaScript. But to befriend them, we should understand them, right? Like, we really should. This is my favorite JavaScript analogy. I absolutely love it. So HTML is your framework, right? It's your frame of the car, yeah? It's keeping stuff together. And then CSS is your nice accents, your colors, your everything looking nice, yeah? And, and JavaScript is an engine. It's making things moving, right? It's making things, you know, nice and shiny. And only when we combine all of this, we get this. Right? We get this, we get living, breathing thing, right? And now, how Google makes sense of it. I don't really need to go into it because Daniel explained it really well in his talk, but there's a really cool video on Google. I'm going to be uploading the slides to SlideShare and the other thing that was at the beginning of this, so you can get the links. But there should be a rule, right? I thought I should come up with a rule. So there is a rule, right? Avoid common mistakes and apply best practices. That, honestly, that's simple. It is simple. So, common mistakes. Let's get to the common mistakes. Some time ago, when doing research on Core Web Vitals, I did like a little, very small study of 22 websites following Core Web Vitals. All of them had JavaScript issues. But I felt like, it can't be that easy, right? I can't reuse it after that long. So I thought I'm going to recheck it. So the problem is not JavaScript itself, but obviously the way it's implemented. This is one of my old slides, but I just feel really sad that I didn't get to present it because that was the online event, and I'm really a huge fan of Big Bang Theory. So I decided to throw some of them in so you can enjoy them. Right. your development team and your client will want this. Not that. I'm sorry. So they're going to use JavaScript. Otherwise, if they implement it wrong, they will get this, and we will end up with this. And that's actually way worse than this. So we need to understand that we need to learn how to implement it. Coming back to what I just said, it couldn't be that easy that, my last talk was some time ago. All the websites definitely fixed all the issues. John Lewis did, to fix some of the issues. So if any one of you is from John Lewis, well done on that. But I actually checked more websites, and they're still having the same issues after all this time. Most common, unused JavaScript, too long JavaScript execution time, and render blocking resources and legacy JavaScript served to modern browsers. I think it's my hair. I think it's my hair. I've seen that before today. Right, OK. So one of my old clients, this is from old study, yeah? Eliminate render blocking resources for reduce and use JavaScript. I was sure everyone else, know this by now. Oops. Maybe they don't. Right, so we checked, and by the way, I just love shopping with them. I'm not trying to be mean. I just decided to check them out. We've got the same issues, reduce and use JavaScript, right? Another one, reduce unused JavaScript, eliminate render blocking resources. All this time, all the same issues keep coming up. I thought, let's not keep to the sporting ones. Maybe some other websites don't have those issues. Corner sofa beds, because I really would like to have new sofa bed in my living room. All the same issues, right? So what should we do? All this time, that's why I keep coming back and keep talking about the same thing, because we still have all the same issues, right? What should we do? Get rid of unused JavaScript. That's easy. Or if you want to sound better with your dev team, that code elimination sounds better. Deal with your render blocking resources. How, you may ask? All right, first we need to identify them. Yeah, so PageSpeed Insights, it's really good for identifying your render blocking resources. Then we need to identify critical resources and separate JavaScript into critical and non-critical resources. This way, it will work better because only critical JavaScript will be loaded first. Then minify and compress JavaScript files. I promise you, from experience, I didn't put this in this deck, and maybe I should have. This works wonders. I did it for our own website some time ago, and I've used plugin, because that was the only way I could do it at the time. If you have dev support, definitely use the dev support. But I've just used the plugin. It was really quick, really simple, and it fixed so many of our page speed issues that it really worked wonders. Put JavaScript at the bottom of HTML to avoid resources blocking rendering. Use async or defer attributes. If you don't know what they are, it's fine. Use your developers. Use the dev support. Use the resources that you have. But if you do want to know what they are, they're going to come up on the next slide, definitely. Yes! Yeah, I'm not going to go through all of that because I don't want to bore you, but it's going to be uploaded. You can check it out. Adopt modern script deployment strategy. So if we use the legacy JavaScript, then a lot of unneeded code is deployed to browsers. And as I said, we don't need this. If we use the modern deployment strategy, it's all going to be quicker, easier for Google to understand. So avoid common mistakes and use best practices, really, because I was trying to split it, but I thought it's pretty much, if we avoid the common mistakes, we're going to be using the best practices. That's all it comes up to. Seriously, really, I promise you. Delete all the unused things. Delete the things that you don't need. And you'd be surprised how many times, because you may think, why? Why would we have unused JavaScript? The unused JavaScript stays over from development times or from testing some things, and we just don't get rid of it, and it just stays there, slows our website down, makes problems, create issues. So just delete all of it. Compress and minify everything that you can to make it quicker and easier for Google to go through it and understand it. And do not use old things that don't work anymore. Seriously, that's the rule. That's all that you have to do. No, I'm kidding. Right. What else? Make sure your content is accessible and visible, right? That should probably go at the beginning, because we can do all of this fancy stuff, but then if Google can't actually access our content, and if our user can't access our content, any of them or both of them, it's not going to work, right? You can use mobile-friendly test, easy, free, to see how Google is rendering your content, your JavaScript content. Use href links. So I've got this screenshot from Moz, really good guide, by the way. I do know that some studies prove that the on-click links get crawled. They might do, they might not. Keep things easy if you can. Yeah, keep things simple. Be smart with your lazy loading. So basically what I mean by that, do not remember Googlebot doesn't scroll like a user, so make sure that they can actually access everything. Use server-side rendering if you can, and I know Daniel was really, really good on this one, but I just love this analogy on the client-side rendering from Onelli. They also got really good guide on JavaScript SEO, so check it out if you can. And then server-side rendering, the difference is you serve the site to Google pretty much on a silver plate, as Daniel showed you in his presentation. Keep things syncable. As I said, don't be afraid to use JavaScript. Just make sure that you keep things as easy to for Google and for your user as well as possible. Make sure JavaScript does not change vital parts of the page, because it can really screw things up, as we've seen on the example. And there is a really cool for that, again, by Onelli, what would JavaScript do? I absolutely love this tool. In a very simple way and very accessible way, it shows you what happens when you use JavaScript, what it changes, what it doesn't change. So it's great. If possible, only include what you have to. So that will keep you from then going back and getting rid of unused JavaScript or minifying and all of that. Delete everything that is not needed in the production at the very beginning. Again, to keep you from going back and changing. So make friends with your dev team. And we're going to come back to making friends with your dev team at the end. But make friends with them and get them to work with you. Once the website is in the development, once the changes are being made, just get rid of everything that is not going to be used and is not going to be needed. Write your own code, if you can, instead of using plugins. Having said that, as I said at the beginning, I did use plugins on our website for some of the JavaScript work, and it worked well. I'm always a fan of writing your own code if you can, but obviously we don't live in an ideal world, right? You might have to use plugins, so there are some really good ones. You can get away with using those. Just be smart with it. Always minify and compress JavaScript straight away. Again, I think the key is to doing this thing straight away once the website is being developed. This way, we won't be seeing all of this red everywhere in our crawls, in our page speed insights report and all the other reports, and then developers won't hate us for making them come back and change things. Think beyond Google. I wouldn't be myself if I haven't said that. Because, right, I know we all use Google, and Google is great, and we love them to bits, right? But remember, your brand is not only Google. You've got different search engines which might not be as good with JavaScript as Google. You've got social media, which are definitely not as good. So remember, even if Google is being really good and you might get away with some of the things, remember about the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture always. Don't be afraid of JavaScript. So I was really nervous before this talk because I was thinking, like, oh my God, what if someone asks me a question that I don't know the answer to? And you know what? I thought, it's all right. It's fine. I'm not a developer. I'm an SEO person. I do a lot of technical SEO, but I'm not a developer. So make friends with your developers. Ask them questions. It's OK. I don't know how many times I already said that, but for some reason, we have in our heads that it's not OK. It's OK to ask questions. It's OK not to know things. And I think that's why we're afraid of JavaScript so much, because we might not know it as well as we would like to, and we're afraid to ask. But it's fine. Work with your dev team to make JavaScript work for you, and it's going to be great, I promise you. Do what works for you, for your website, but ensure that you follow the best practices. So keep things simple. If there is something that you can't keep simple, don't, but make sure that you follow the best practices. Make sure you speak to your development team and you keep everything, as Google-friendly as possible, and it's going to be fine. That's what I have for you for today. Thank you. Wait. There is a list of resources for you here. Wait, I still got some time. Right? I went through it really quickly, so I'm going to take a selfie. Smile. And yes, Hannah, you were right. This is really bright.
So bright.
Thank you so much, guys.
Monthly reporting making you want to shove sharp things up your nose? Try Dragon Metrics, the all-in-one SEO software with mind-blowing reporting tools.